Women, listen up. Good sex is not the only thing a man needs. What men really need are two things that most women struggle with. That's respect and submission. But don't tune me out just yet. Because if you actually learn how to respectfully submit the right way, you'll be amazed at what your husband starts to do more of. So in this video, women, I will share the right way to respectfully submit to your husband spiritually, emotionally, and relationally. Then I will share what you can expect to see more of from your husband. And towards the end, I'm going to share two things that men wish women knew about sex, but we're actually afraid to tell you. Today, you will learn about that. And for the men looking at this video, we appreciate you. And we need you to like and to share this video with as many women as possible. And towards the end, I want you to comment on any additional needs you believe should be on the list. Welcome back to the all-new Total Marriage Transformational channel. And I'm Dr. Delroy Fredericks of Hope Conquers Marriage Enrichment, where I help couples to transform their marriage spiritually and personally. Now let's get into the video. Women, to respectfully submit to your husband is a spiritual, biblical principle based on God's design for marriage. To submit the right way means you choose to place yourself under your husband positionally because God says he's the head, the wife, the children. You are not submitting because you are less than or because you're not important, because God says he created both the man and the woman in his image. But you're submitting because you want to be in right spiritual alignment with God so that you can receive his blessings. And to respect means you speak highly of him. You hold him in high regard. You praise and encourage him. I'll explain this a little bit more later in the video. But for now, to respectfully submit means that you are honoring and respecting his leadership position and role spiritually, emotionally, and relationally. So what does that look like spiritually? Well, spiritually, husbands need their wives to pray for them, to pray with them, to come alongside them, to help them to lead with love. He needs his wife to trust his ability to lead while offering wisdom, input, and feedback. He needs you to support his vision, which should actually be a shared vision, working as a team and not as his competition. Women, he needs this. And for help creating a marriage vision, I did a separate video just for that. I'll leave the link in the description. So what does this look like emotionally? Well, emotionally, men needs a safe space where they can be vulnerable, to share his struggles. Yes, we got struggles. To share not only struggles, but to receive emotional support. I understand we believe women are more emotional, and that is true, but we do have an emotional side also. And in this emotional space, we need words of encouragement. We need to sense that you are thankful. And we need you to recognize the contributions that we are putting in when it comes to the family, whether big or small. Because many women do not fully understand that when a man feels seen by his main lady, by his number one wife, it does something on the inside which motivates him. And when a man is motivated and sees his wife respectfully submitting consistently, guess what happens? He does one thing most women love. Are you ready? Are you ready for this one thing that most women love? He will begin to open up more emotionally. But he'll only do this if there's emotional stability in the home. And what most women don't know is that a man's emotional stability is directly connected to a peaceful and drama-free environment in the home. Most women don't know this, which is in line with what the Bible teaches in Proverbs 27:15 that states, "A quarrelsome wife is like a dripping of a leaking roof in a rainstorm." Just picture that for a moment. I'm going to leave that right there. Women, you need to understand this. Men need peace in their home. A man's home is considered his sanctuary, where he can unwind, where he can recharge, where he can connect with you and the family. Men need this. So what does it look like relationally? Well, relationally, men thrives the most relationally when there is respect in the environment, when he feels valued for who he is, when his efforts are acknowledged, when his leadership qualities are acknowledged. Men needs trust and security from his wife. He needs to know that she is loyal and faithful in the relationship. And yes, he too needs to know that he is number one, and it's not your mama or your dog. A husband needs his wife to be like his best friend, someone to laugh with, someone to do activities with, someone to share life ventures with. Even if you don't like doing some of the activities, he needs you to be able to become like his best friend. And most importantly, a man needs to feel accepted for who he is and not constantly feel as though you're pressuring him to change, but you can actually still influence and encourage him to grow in a loving way. A man needs this. A man needs you to express your thoughts freely, openly, and with love and with a gentle tone. A lot of times we hear the first part and we miss the second part. So I'm going to say that one more time. We actually need you to talk. And I know that's not a problem. You do that. We need you to express your thoughts and your feelings, and we need you to do it openly. The issue that we have as men is when you don't do it in love and when you don't do it with a gentle tone or a gentle spirit, as the Bible speaks of, in a way that builds us up and not tear us down. So, example, if, let's say in a disagreement, your husband's tone is here and you are here or way over there, you need to bring it back down a notch. Here's a tip. It is not beneficial to you to either match or exceed your husband's tone. If you want emotional stability and peace in the home, it's always best to bring it down a notch. Now, I get it. We're only talking to women in this video. Watch my next video about men, because I know we have to watch our tone also, but that's not in this video. You need to bring it down a little bit. And now, here's the big one. Here is the big one. Men need physical intimacy and affection. So yes, men need sex. A whole lot of sex. But I'm talking about good men in healthy relationships. I'm not talking about men in abusive relationships or men who are abusing porn and things like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about good, healthy men in a monogamous relationship who is married to his wife. That's who I'm talking about. We need sex. Not only physical, but also non-sexual touch like hugs, kisses, holding hands, just being close. We need that too. And since we're on the topic of sex, when it comes to sex, men need their wives to keep the passion going. I know the passion was hot. I've been married for 18 years and I know there are seasons, but every man would agree looking at this video, and every woman would agree looking at this video, that would say in the beginning of the relationship, the passion was really high. I mean, you would dress up, dress down, you would look sexy in the home, you would get your freak on. You would even initiate sex. And trust me, we need this. And here are the two things that men wish women knew about sex. I'm going to reveal it. Number one, we wish women knew that sex to us is how we feel loved and respected. That's the first thing. Some of you might say, okay, I probably understood that, but I'm quite sure you didn't understand number two, that when you engage with us sexually out of obligation and not out of pure pleasure and enjoyment, we know, but not only that we know, we feel disrespected, unloved, and even rejected. This is not good for the relationship. And with that in mind, women, I need you to hear me on this. Good sex to a man is when you, as a wife, are fully engaged for pleasure and for enjoyment. Women, I need you to hear me on this. He needs that from you. And I know, to get to that point, there's a lot of things that are going on. And it's hard for many women sometimes to get to that point of sexual intimacy. I understand that, especially when there is little or no emotional safety or security in the relationship. And for some women, instead of expressing this to your husband, instead of trying to work through it, what they do sometimes to retaliate is shut down and withhold sex from their husband. Not a good look. And that's why we're here, because we want to help you. Not only women, but also men. And that is why we created a brand new virtual and in-person workshop to help couples connect. It's called Let's Talk. And in this workshop, it helps couples to discover how to create emotional safety so that you can actually communicate better about the needs of the marriage. It's very practical and interactive to help you connect more with your spouse on a deeper level. Now, to be a part of this next workshop, check the link in the description and register. Or as usual, you can also activate your free trial to explore the Marriage Enrichment Institute for live trainings that is actually beginning this Sunday, where you'll get instant access to all the recordings if you miss the training. And the next live masterclass training entitled Attraction: What pushes a spouse away and what pulls a spouse towards you is this Sunday. You can catch the live or you can look at the recording. The links will be in the description. Now, if you have found this video valuable, subscribe. I post a new video every week. And if you want to learn more about the needs of women, watch this video now. And I'll see you in the next video.